Day 19. It is just about time for me to take Thomas to school, and after I take Thomas to school, I have decided I am going to take myself to the walk-in clinic. I really have not wanted to go because 2 weeks ago I went with Thomas to find out that he had a second round of an ear infection, and they did a throat swab on me and I never heard back, so I just assumed like no news is good news, but I haven't felt any better, and I keep thinking I'm on the mend, and then I think I'm just trying to like convince myself that I am, you know, that like mind over matter. But I've now been sick for 19 days and I just want to go, and if they tell me like it's just a virus, you just got to keep doing what you're doing, I'll be disappointed that there's like nothing that I can do to help make this go faster, but at least I'll know that I've done everything I can, like gone to the doctor. If I do need meds, I will happily go get those. It's not like I'm against medicine, absolutely not. I just am against going to the walk-in for the cold, but I've realized this is obviously not a cold. So that's the plan this morning, so I will keep you updated on how that goes. Just got out of the doctor, and I will say it's pretty good. My actual GP is hard to get into like the day of, so I ended up just going to the walk-in, which took an hour, less than an hour actually, so that was pretty good. I went and got a tea from Starbucks while I waited, and then you'll never believe what they told me. He said, "You're fine. Your ear being plugged is just the end of the virus, and that cough is just the end of the virus." So he told me, go get some Fisherman's Friends with menthol and some Vicks Vapo Rub and come back in the new year if you need some steroids. It's like, that's it? So I got some Fisherman's Friends with menthol. I got some Cepacol with menthol, and I got a little Vicks inhaler with menthol. So I feel like a real idiot for going to the walk-in, but I've been sick for like 19 days now. So he wasn't concerned. He's like, you're gonna cough for another week, don't be worried about it, go back to spin. You're fine. Like, okay. So now I'm going home. And I know I shouldn't feel like an idiot. It's better to know, like, I just would have been so worried, like it lasting all through Christmas, and then obviously the walk-in's closed, so I feel better knowing, but the appointment was 30 seconds. He was like, your throat's immaculate, your lungs sound perfectly fine, which was surprising to me. I'm gonna go home and do some work, I guess. I feel very like, what should I do now? That's what I'm gonna do. Go get some work done. Just feels so stupid to go to the walk-in for a cold, but it's been long enough. I'm glad to know. I'm glad to know that I don't have to worry about my ears. I don't have to worry about my cough. It's just, he said, like, you don't have to rest. Like, you're good. You just gotta get those pathways open. So he recommended a steam, which I did this morning. And all that means for me is I just let the shower run only on hot for a bit, and then the room is super steamy. Then I also threw some Thieves essential oil in the bottom of the bathtub today while I took a shower, so I could use that as like an inhalant, and it was good. So good to know I'm not sick. Gonna go home and get some stuff done. Also, I'm not contagious, so that felt really good to know too, because I've been super worried about Thomas. I definitely don't want him to get sick again. I just don't want to get anybody sick, but Anywho, that's the update. That's where we're at now, Fred. Well, these ones are weird. These Cepacol ones kind of like numb your tongue a little bit. And they kind of taste floral. That's weird. That was just a really interesting phone call with an American company that already found me from my book being on the Kindle, like, pre-order on Amazon. That was really fascinating. I decided to not go to Spin, and instead I booked a mani-pedi because I'm feeling like I could use a little zhuzh. And my nails are looking pretty great still. They've grown out a bit, a couple of chips, but my pedicure is from the end of September, from when I went to Vegas. So that's how I'm gonna treat myself today. Try and do something nice for myself. And now I'm gonna take my laptop and my pile of work downstairs, and I have a girlfriend coming over, Amberly, and we're gonna do some work. She and I, we've done this a few times now. I think you've seen it once or twice during Vlogmas, where we just get together and we both sit and work, but it's just like nice to have a buddy, and it's nice to have someone to like bounce ideas off of. And this is the last time that we're gonna do this before Christmas vacation, because she's, you know, gonna be busy and I'm gonna be busy and all the things. So I'm gonna take my doctor prescribed Fisherman's Friends and my juggie. It is 7:20. Obviously I didn't film much this afternoon, but I did go get my nails done, like a pretty pink with an accent. And then I got my toes to be red. That pedicure lasted, I got it at the end of September for Vegas, so it was pretty impressive. And I'm happy with these like pretty nails. It's just so relaxing. The place I go, they do it like both at the same time. Oh my gosh, it was so good. Now I'm home. My mom has been with Thomas, and I just watched them read because it was really cute. Now she's putting him to bed, and then she's like brought over her panini press to make dinner. Like, look at this. Look, I'm such a lucky girl. Like, oh, my mom's so great. This afternoon, after I had that call, which was pretty fascinating, Amberly came over and I worked, and then she came over and we just like caught up and chit-chatted and stuff. And then I went and got my nails done. So really, you haven't missed too much. And now I'm gonna enjoy some time with my mom. It's so special that she's here. And next week is Christmas. Oh, and it is snowing. There's a snowfall warning, and it is snowing like wild out there. So it was very slippery on my way home. It was definitely, I slipped a bit, and I have really good winter tires and a really good vehicle in the snow. So I'm gonna answer another question. I'm gonna answer another question later this evening because I had some left over from yesterday's vlog, but for right now, I'm gonna hang out with my mom. We're steaming again. BRB, I just think it's hilarious. Like, this is the bathroom. Coming out of steam, and then we'll talk. I'll answer a question. It is the next morning. Yesterday after I steamed, my camera died, so I needed to charge it overnight, so here we are. But I wanted to answer a question. It wasn't really a question, it was just kind of like a comment that I got on that Instagram poll from someone who said they were having a stress party because they have a 10-year-old with special needs, and the holidays can be incredibly stressful. So I know it wasn't really a question, but I thought I would just talk about how I manage Christmas with a son who has special needs. For the first few years of Thomas's life, Jer and I really struggled because Thomas doesn't understand Christmas. He doesn't understand Santa. He doesn't understand, you know, the traditions of it. And I'm like such a Christmas kid. Like, as you know, I love a stocking. I love all of the traditions to do with Christmas. I still watch Muppets Christmas Carol. It's just one of my favorite times of year. So we really had to deal with that. And it's kind of like grieving in a different way when you have a child with special needs, because so many things that you dreamed of when you want to have a family, you just can't do. Like Jeremy always dreamt of coaching Thomas in t-ball or him playing soccer, and that was something he really struggled with because that was very apparent that wasn't going to happen. And Christmas was one of those things. So we tried to force it, and you know, we would go to say like his parents for Christmas, and then everyone would be giving Thomas presents really generously, and then trying to get him to open them, and then everyone would, you know, be disappointed because he didn't get it, and it just wasn't, you know, the reaction that everyone was hoping for. And then I would be stressed and upset and sad, and it was really difficult. So then we finally decided on Jeremy's last Christmas with us, which was 2016, to do away with any sort of expectation and any Christmas tradition thus far and do something different. So that was the Christmas that we spent up at the ski hill up at Apex. We just did a real chill Christmas morning where Thomas had a stocking and Santa brought him like corn nuts and a squishy toy and things that he would like. But we weren't like stressed or panicked about how it was opened or if he liked it. I don't even know if we wrapped all of the presents. And then we ended up just like having a nice day. Dinner was different. Like Jeremy made lasagna that night, which was really wonderful. Which I need to make that lasagna again. It's so good, BT dubs. I haven't made that vegan lasagna in years. But that was the beginning of realizing like Christmas can be whatever you want it to be. So my advice when it comes to having a child with special needs and the holidays and it being really difficult is just do what's best for you. You do you. So last year, for example, I was with my sister and her family for Christmas, and I had said to her ahead of time, like, just so you know, this is how Thomas is with Christmas. And of course, because my sister is friggin' wonderful and loving and like doesn't care about anything but like spending time together, she was like, yeah, that's good. Like, whatever, you know, you do you. Again, we just want you guys to come and have a good time. So we spent hours opening presents and like let him watch a little bit of Elmo. Then we had a little bit of breakfast, and then it'd be like, hey Thomas, do you want to open a present? Good job, bud. Here you go. And it was so chill and lovely, and it was awesome. And that's what I'll be doing again this year. Just like he can open presents throughout the day. You know, if he wants to sit and watch Muppets Christmas Carol, cool. If he wants to sit with us and do something else while we watch it, that's cool. And then I've just started to incorporate things that I know he'll like. Like, we all know Thomas loves being in the car and he loves driving around. So like looking at Christmas lights is something that's really fun for him. When we were at Aaron's, we rode the bus because he likes to be on transit. You know, just like things that Thomas loves, sledding, and he loves just to be like outside and exploring. So my advice to you is like, just do what's best for you. And if you have people in your life who struggle with that, because like I definitely did, you just have to kind of tell them like, this is about Thomas, and like we love Thomas and we want things to be good for him, but we also want things to be good for us. Like, we want everyone to enjoy Christmas, you know? So if we were to go to someone else's house for Christmas, I would never say like, we can't open presents. We all opened presents. I mean, luckily everyone else was adults, and so it was chill. But yeah, that has just made like, just take off any expectation and any pressure. And I've also whittled things down so much, like way less presents. The things I ask for Thomas often are like money for his swimming lessons, or a gift certificate for sushi, or a gas card so we can go for a drive, or tickets to something that he'll enjoy, like more experiences stuff. Or I just say to people like, come and give me respite. Like, come and hang out with Thomas. That can be your gift to me and to him. So that's how I have made Christmas better. It's been difficult. maybe you could glean some of this advice if you are newly separated from your spouse and this is the first year that you guys aren't gonna all have Christmas together. And I imagine that would be so upsetting. And if you're going through that, you're not alone. There's lots of marathoners in the group. You know, you can reach out, you can talk, you can ask for tips on how others have gotten through that and how they have best managed. But just realizing that like traditions are great, but you can mold them and they can ebb and flow, and just to do what is best for you and for your family and for your kids. And if you don't want to do Christmas, that's fine too. You know, the first Christmas after Jer passed away, I really considered just skipping it, but I knew I would feel way worse doing that than putting up a few decorations and doing a little bit of shopping and, you know, doing Vlogmas, etc. So just you do you. Every piece of Mare's advice just comes back to you do you. Changes are difficult, but just listen to what feels best for you. You know, if you want to do a big meal, do a big meal. If you have kids who aren't going to eat it and it's stressful and you end up just spending all day in the kitchen for no reason, do what we're gonna do. We're just gonna get a rotisserie chicken because that's what the unicorn will have. Like, he's not like, oh, you need to make me a turkey. Like, no, of course not. So you do you. You do what's best for you. That's it for today's video. I hope that that helped. I hope that was answering your comment question on Instagram, and I'll answer some more questions in videos to come. Speaking of that rotisserie chicken, tomorrow's video, I am going to be making my Christmas week menu and doing my Christmas week grocery shop, and I'm gonna order my groceries online for the first time and have them delivered to my house. So get to come along on that journey. Thanks for watching today's Vlogmas, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.